And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Mike, 58, right there. Pick me up. Here we go. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Hey, echo.
58, come on, 58.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rosen, his throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rosen will throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. McGee. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam, slam.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, orbit.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Come.
Get it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Got it.
51, Mike.
61, matchbox lights.
You better bring it.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out to Roberts here on the quick pass. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Topper!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ready? 70, Indy.
We own them. Kill, kill, kill.
80 weapons.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Snap.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, Haywood.
58, come on. I'm trying to call. Monday.
Here's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
Come on,
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
First and 10.
Drop deep. Kill. Right here, guys. Spike 51. Mike 51.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the pass. Wide. Get wide.
Let go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Strip that ball.
Now Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Jones off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
60 Pittsburgh.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's caught by Roberts. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Watch the whip. Hey, quarter.
Rosen to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Set. 18 Gator.
Kill, kill, kill.
Blue draw Corkers. Please grip.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check.
To throw again, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
He's coming.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Roberts got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Rosen off the play action. He finds Roberts, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Check 26, check 26.
They'll keep it on the ground. McGee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Go.
On first down, McGee. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready?
He's coming. We got Mike 96. Yeah.
Topper. Get it.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. Jones operating from the gun. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? 18 Gator.
96. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Greystone, travel.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shit. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards to pick up there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 17 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
In your face. Alert. Check 13. Check 13.
Again, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Roberts has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Hey, Zoo.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now it's Rosen. He's going to float this over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And now it's Rosen looking. Complete to Bryant. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Rosen. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
They're running it. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ready, ready. 60 or.
Check back. Jim.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Hey, watch it.
Hustle. Defense.
It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
A loss of 4 yards.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Going deep here for Bryant. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Break.
51. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Shoot.
Recon, 132.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They go down Leon again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Going deep here for Bryant. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. To throw is Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Down, 30 base.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 1st down, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
We go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the pass. Tight dog. Sponge.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
Singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
And we'll see what his offense can do. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this time, Rosen will throw, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Rosen now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60% at its 1st and 10.
36. Check 50. Check 50.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rosen. And he's going to go down again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot. Alert.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.